Hello and welcome to our educational discussion on the invention of Tik Tok Therapy. I was a therapist for several years and found that reaching people took a lot of courage and tenacity and also new ideas. When I learned about TikTok, it came from my daughter, who is now 13. She loves enjoying lots of videos looped with music and having a wonderful time talking and connecting with people in her life. TikTok is a way that she listens and learns about songs. And I remember in my own childhood, many times on the radio with music, it helped me to feel happier, healthier, and more connected. When I learned about TikTok, it was not just to be connected to my daughter, but also to see the future. I attended a technology school called Y Combinator Startup School. They've helped build Airbnb, DoorDash, Twitch, Reddit, and a number of other startups they've accelerated. And what I found about innovation is it has to often find a way that people enjoy actually using it. And for me, I found that TikTok is free, it's easy to understand, and it connects with people due to the songs and music. One of the best parts of TikTok is there's so much cultural diversity when you watch. You can see people from all different cities, states, towns, people that have blonde hair, that have brown hair, that have green eyes, brown eyes, blue eyes, people that are African American, Latino, Indonesian, white, Hispanic, Latino, or even any other culture. And what that does is brings a community and a world where we understand different types of people. Sometimes if you live in a small town, you may only get to meet 20 or 30 people in a month or a year. But if you're on TikTok, you're seeing and exposed to so much more. And what I learned living in New York City, where I grew up, is that's a wonderful part of humanity, of talking and teaching yourself about all different types of places, different types of people, and seeing that it's really a beautiful way to stay connected in your learning and your life. And what I find in my invention for TikTok therapy is even in things that have some negative, there's a way to find a path forward. For example, in music, they used to talk about rock and roll being the devil's music and evil, and how the youth were being corroded and corrupted by this sound. And now 30, 40, 50 years later, many of those musicians are legendary. Their lives are celebrated and they're talked about not as an evil, weird, or sick person, but as a beautiful musician that had a lot of talent to teach us through their songs. I've learned about other types of music. Similar things have happened. Rap, where I invented rap therapy, which is a famous therapeutic tool. It's somewhat similar. In the beginning, they were talking about hurting police, and there was a lot of anger that this music had, rage, that had words that cursed, and things like that in the songs. But as years went by, it became one of the most popular art forms, and we often celebrate those early pioneers that made hip-hop music. So what I learned from that many years ago is that things that are sometimes considered at times negative, years later are turned into positive because they are accepted at such a high level. And what I want to say about TikTok is for some it is their therapy. They've had a long day at school. The year is 2022 where COVID has come and wrecked a lot of part of being connected to people. There's less in-person gatherings, even when there is. The open honesty, some people have fear. They don't know if it's all going to be okay around so many others. In fact, some countries, even in 2022, are seeing relapses of COVID, like in Asia. I've heard of cities larger than New York where they're holding things closed and they're testing people. So what TikTok does is allows you to be in your home or your apartment or wherever you're living, your college dorm room, and connecting with other people safely. You don't even have to talk to them. You can just watch their videos and you don't have to say anything. If you want to correspond, it's not always about that. It can just be about listening, learning, and loving the life you are creating. So what I say about TikTok as therapy is the healing is by doing that, being around other people, being connected to songs. Even many people, their adulthood become successful when they grow from a child to an adult with parties, with events, with dances, with concerts, and feeling like they're part of society, and they can grow successfully into an adult. And TikTok, while the times are getting different with going to concerts, and I've met, as a therapist, many patients were quiet or shy. They don't feel great going around tons of people. I know myself as an energy worker and a light worker, it's not always easy to be around everyone. So by being online with TikTok, they can meet, see, or learn about others without having that fear, without having that anxiety and worrying that it's too much mentally and emotionally. So what I would share with you, and I'm not going to make a super long video, I will talk about this at other times, But TikTok is therapy because it allows for freedom. It allows for fun. It allows about finding what the future and current time is. Many are in their house or apartment or job, and they're not around everything. And what I've learned is by being on TikTok, you see the trends. You learn what songs are going into people's heads. You learn about what people are thinking about, where they're going, what they're doing, and you are more able to see about society. For example, if you read the newspaper, you do hear some about a war in Ukraine, about COVID, about financial issues, but you don't always understand all the people. You don't have that cultural connection to what is happening and what you're able to understand. TikTok therapy lets you do that. You can spend time letting go of your fear, of your frustration. If you're sad, you can let go of some of the loss. If you've lost someone and you feel lonely, you can see other people and feel connected. And by doing this, we are allowing a new form of therapy, TikTok therapy, into our world. I have a book, TikTok Therapy. I'll share below the link to my books. I also have a documentary, Rap Therapy. It was the invention of that. And my current book kind of took off without me even doing much. It came out several years ago. It's the first book on the psychological reasons adult coloring has been so popular. And the book is called The Psychology of Adult Coloring, published by a big company in New York that I wrote. It's been a top 10 bestseller on Amazon with very little to no promotion because millions of people are loving to color. And instead of that, when you see the dark, bring back the light, bring back the love, bring back the ability to listen and learn and find that you have luck by being able to say, I'm hanging on, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to get happy, and I'm open to seeing what TikTok therapy is. I thank you for letting me share this learning. Please like and subscribe. We have a beautiful channel here filled with teaching tools as well as fun videos with my daughter and son and wife. I want to thank you. I'll share my book links below to Amazon as well as my startup Bipolar. Like I said, I'm in that startup technology school based in Mountain View. You have a great day. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.